is going on, everyone? It's your boy Artie, Executive Director of Film Issa Art. Today we're taking a look at Jatavian Sanders, tight end from Texas. Yes, this is the first tight end that we are doing of the 2024 cycle. We did Brock Bowers over the summer. Let's take a look at tight end 2 in this class and see what he brings to the table. Quickly reading off of Jatavian Sanders' scouting report done by our excellent scout and assistant executive director of film, Issa Art Burner, bro. Jatavian Sanders is a very, very good athlete for the position. Didn't test as well as we thought he would, but still showed off the athleticism on tape for it to show up on the report. Vice grip like hands, really, really good catcher of the football. Really strong catcher of the football. Yak ability, really excels at forcing missed tackles. Some things Jatavian Sanders kind of struggles with, there's kind of meh. He's to work on. Blocking is average in regards to NFL tight ends. His blocking is pretty average. It's pretty meh. And could improve his breaks at the top of his routes just to create a little bit more separation. But as you guys are seeing, Jatavian Sanders has the wheels, right? Like he can move. He can move. And in a league where tight ends are getting smaller, faster, more agile, Jatavian Sanders fits the role of the modern NFL tight end. I believe that Jatavian Sanders could hear his name called as early as the 30s in this draft. I think he's that talented. I also believe that Jatavian Sanders could, start off as a tight end 2, maybe work his way up to a tight end 1, or depending on the team, he could be a tight end 1 year 1. He proved throughout his Texas career, he only played 2 seasons of the 2022 season and the 2023 season. He proved that he belonged. He proved that he was a legitimate NFL tight end prospect. He finished, I believe, first in Texas history in receptions for a tight end with 99. I believe he's third in yards and 6th in touchdowns. So he's one of the greatest Texas tight ends ever. So, when you put up numbers like that, breaking school records and everything, it's gonna be hard for NFL teams to ignore you and your ability to play the game of football. But for JT Sanders, it's all about blocking. It's all about blocking. It's all about blocking. Cannot stress that enough. Cannot say that enough. It's all about blocking. How much better can you get in the blocking department? What you can do in the passing game is fantastic. Your ability to run the seam routes correctly and catch the ball is outstanding. Your ability to get yards after catch, rack, everything is outstanding. But this part of the film session right here is where Jatavian Sanders is going to either be, a middle of the pack starting level tight end in the NFL, or he's going to be like an OJ Howard, a guy who only can get on the field for passing and eventually, maybe not find a role. His floor, I believe, is a little higher than that, though. I think he's going to be around in the league for quite a bit of time. I believe he's a very, very talented player and also very young as well. So I believe that he will figure, it out as far as blocking. But honestly, when it comes to, blocking for tight ends in general, a lot of it is about skill and strength, which is something he also needs to get stronger. Definitely needs to get stronger. Not really need to gain weight, just needs to add muscle mass. But blocking is a lot about willpower, about about effort. And in the NFL, you're going up against grown men every single play who've been playing this game for years. So you can't just go in there, saying, oh, I'm athletic, I'm better than you. That's not going to work. It takes an immense amount of strength and an immense amount of effort to consistently block, well. And Jatavian Sanders, he did make a jump in blocking from 2022 to 2023. But just want to continue to see him grow in that and continue to see him grow into, his adult man body and see what that brings for him at the next level blocking wise. He also does need to put on, some muscle to help him in some contested catch situations. It's not that he's not great at contested catches. It's just that he could be a little better if he was a little stronger, I believe. So we'll see how things shake out with that. I mean, on a play like this, right? Catch the ball, you should be able to take this hit and not fumble the ball, right? Or not put it on the ground, I should say, right? But again, Ja'Tavion Sanders, he will need to put on just a tad bit of muscle to really, make sure that he was able to take these hits or be able to fight through this contact, right? Like it's just little things. Like Ja'Tavion Sanders is a top 50 player in this class. Let's not get carried away here, with what I'm saying about the need to add strength. But no prospect is perfect, right? No prospect is perfect, and I believe Ja'Tavion Sanders can take his game to another level if he just added some strength to his frame and continues to work on the block. But when it comes to, the passing game, as you guys are seeing, even on this play, right, just the ability to be able to slip out so quickly and turn up field, like Ja'Tavion Sanders, some teams are going to draft Ja'Tavion Sanders, and they're going to be able to use him immediately on third downs, like immediately, because of his ability to really, get open and catch the football. I do believe that he could improve, his breaks at the top of his routes, but honestly, for a tight end, they're fine. Right? Like, with Ja'Tavion Sanders, you're not going to have to, really worry about, this is how you run this route at the next level. Like, no, like, Ja'Tavion Sanders has a well-versed route tree. And most importantly, right, the most important route for a tight end, especially in the NFL today, is the seam route. And Ja'Tavion Sanders excels at running and catching the seam route, right? Like, the seam route is so important because of, when it's used on the field, usually between the 30 and the goal line, right? Like, it's such an essential route. It's a red zone, game changer. And every team runs a seam ball, right? Every team runs, the tight end seam play call. And I believe that Ja'Tavion Sanders, is one of the most prolific pass catchers in this class, regardless of position. And I think Ja'Tavion Sanders will make an NFL team very, very happy come April. Here's a look at Ja'Tavion Sanders scouting report done by our assistant executive director of film, it's Art Burner, and his comp is Delaney Walker and Darren Waller. Here's also a look at the career stats for Ja'Tavion Sanders again. Broke the record of catches by a tight end in Texas history. And here's a look at the teams that fit Ja'Tavion Sanders the best. If you like this video, please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. Have a blessed day, you guys.